everybody, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic Thursday. Happy October 1st to you. I hope you've had a great week and are looking forward to a wonderful month ahead. So I'm bringing to you an unboxing today from Bead Park, and I have decided to go into a collaboration this month with Bead Park so that I could work with their materials in my creating and kind of see how things worked with their company during a collaboration. So I wanted to kind of show you what I got for my unboxing and talk to you a little bit about how it's a little different from the other companies that I've collaborated with. So first of all, let me show you how the packaging starts off with. And for the sake of time and your ears, if you do have earbuds in, the packaging has been phenomenal. Every company that I've worked with has been phenomenal. But it does have some of this extra sturdy ply here, the double bubble wrap, and extra baggies for every product that they send. So the packaging is just second to none as far as that goes. Nothing is broken, bent, twisted, scratched, anything like that. It's been superb. So, but before I go on any further than that, let me back up and tell you guys that Bead Park will be listed in my description box right here. The homepage is going to be linked, as well as all the products that I have chosen from Bead Park to work with this month. So I want to tell you guys the biggest difference that I did see with Bead Park, and I wanted to kind of see if this was going to be how it was going to work. But the biggest difference that we have to take into consideration with collaborating with Bead Park versus some of the other companies is that you do have to take freight into consideration. So I did that, and I was able to get 13 items and still work within the budget that they gave me, and I got all these items. So I think when we do purchase from companies here and you add things to your cart, and then your shipping is one amount, and then you continue to add things to your cart, shipping goes up and increases. I don't see that there's too much of a difference. I don't feel like this is unreasonable, because what I'm going to show you that I got does have some weight to it. So I'm going to actually start by showing you and unboxing the things that did have the higher weights. So let me start with the biggest item, and that is this 500-pound bag of these acrylic, they're actually transparent acrylic cuboid cross beads. So, okay, 500 grams, y'all, that's not a light bag. It's actually around 520 pieces. And let me show you, I pulled out a couple of these pieces. I have something in mind for these, because as you can see, the hole in the middle is around 5 millimeters. And that usually when we're working with these companies, we have something like 2, 4, 6, 8 millimeters. So we have to think of that for our hole sizes when we're using any of the head pins or anything like that to make purse dangles or chunky charms. This is a little larger. So I really like the transparent colors on these beads. The hole size is what is a little different from what I'm used to. I like there's the hole size on the purple. So as you can see, they're transparent, still bright enough. Got an orange, and then the blue and the yellow. So I pulled those out so that you could see them, but as you can see, you have enough to work with any kind of project that you might think of doing. And so I'm gonna work with putting something together that I had in mind for these. All right, this bag in and of itself is not light. So when you're thinking of actual shipping costs here in the United States, and then if you add something onto that, then the shipping is gonna increase per item that you put in your cart, online shipping, that kind of thing. The next item that had some heaviness to it are these Crackle Beads, round Crackle Beads. All right, now this is the bag that they send. All right, it's 10 strands. So this again is not a light item. So we've got that in the package as well. And then I pulled these out so that I could show them to you. I love the detail crackle here. These are a glass bead. So, and then you've got like the ecru color, the forest green. You know, I don't know all the formal colors, but here it looks like the aqua and pink and orange, purple. So stick with the basics. But I love the detail on these. I think these are gonna make for a nice look, for a boho look. Anything, y'all, for your junk journals, for chunky charms, for Halloween, Christmas, even if you wanted to use them for Easter, just because they do have that speckled look and could work well with Easter. So again, 10 strands is not light. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move into the charms, because let me look at my page real quick. This is a skull-shaped bead, lead-free, nickel-free, 20 pieces. And again, these aren't light. These have actually some heaviness to them. So I got these. And then the next charm that I got, skull with wing and rose, with wing and roses, I'm sorry. So, and you can actually see the little rose in his mouth. All right, so this is a charm. Now by itself, it wouldn't be so bad. But when you actually have 20 pieces, this is the fourth thing that actually has some heaviness. So when you're talking about all of these, with, you know, all these four things together, there's actually quite a bit of heaviness there. So those are the four that have the heaviest, as far as like taking the freight into consideration. So let me move on to the next set of items that are gonna add to the heaviness, and that's gonna be the molds. So I will show you each of these molds individually, but let me tell you collectively the details on the molds. They are food grade silicone molds. They can be used for fondant, they can be used for epoxy resin, soap making, jewelry making, chocolate candy making. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the ones that I chose, and then I will actually come back and do a couple videos with project shares and see how I can work these into my projects. So here's the first one. Now it is, what I saw it as was an icicles, but it can be used for all kinds of things. So I'm gonna show you upside down and right side up. This is the first one. Here is a 3 mushroom. This is a branch with 3 owls and a moon. And one of the owls on this, when I took a closer look, has his eyes closed. And that has a sweetness about it. I got 2 longer molds that are a little bit more shallow. This has a lace effect to it with a couple of snowflakes, I'm sorry. And then these scrolls here. And then my fourth one, and actually this is heavier than that one. These are playing cards with all the suits. This is an ace, but it has all the suits on it. Again, I'm gonna just repeat, these are food grade, so if you wanted to use these for cooking, then this is not just a site for people who do jewelry making or paper crafting. If you wanted to go in and actually use these to make candies or soap making, that kind of thing, they do have a huge selection of this type of thing for that type of craft as well. So, but for the reason that I wanted to do a collaboration is I wanted to actually see, would this be something that I could show you would be actually worth considering for whatever you're working on. And so now we have 5 molds in addition to these 2 huge bags and then 2 heavier bags of charms. So I think that in and of itself, if we were to purchase that here, would add a tremendous amount of shipping onto our package. So that, you know, the silicone is not light. So here are all the molds. So I'm pretty pleased with this, the way it's come so far. But let me show you the lightest of the items. Okay, I've got 4 items here that are particularly light. You still would be paying $3.95 for the shipping of this package. All right, these are the 5-petal filigree bead caps. There are 500 pieces in here, but it's light. I've got a brass ball head pin. There are approximately 293 pieces in here. I got these letter W, 20 pieces in here. Y'all, if you just want one letter, you can get it. This was 15 cents for one letter. 20 pieces, so less than a penny a piece. And then the last item, I hate to crinkle this. Anybody who has earbuds, please beware. But I'm gonna go ahead and open these and show you. This is 10 sets of lace nail art. It comes in 3 different packages, 3 different lace styles. I'm trying so hard not to crinkle that. But of course, this is the lightest item that they had. So again, one of the biggest things that I had in mind was to try to see if collaborating with the company would be worth considering, that you had to take freight into consideration. So I actually, with all of the items I showed you, and I ordered 13 items, my total was $16.75 because I had spent 15 cents on one, 55 cents on another, and the most expensive thing that I got was this bag of beads, which is 523 pieces, was $5.22. And my total was $16.75. The freight on everything was $18.30. My total was $35.05. So my opinion is that with the heaviness of the silicone molds, the beads, and the 2 heavier packs of charms, that it's worth it, because you really are not paying much for the item. It's mostly the freight. So that was the thing that I needed to take into consideration. So thank you to Bead Park for letting me do a collaboration with you guys. I'm looking very forward to using these items in my crafting over the next couple of weeks. So keep an eye out. I'll have a couple videos coming out seeing how I can incorporate these into some fun items that I will make. Here are those beads again, and I will be having some fun with silicone molds. All right, you guys, until my next video, stay safe, stay healthy, find a smile in every day, and don't forget, everything that I've shown you here today will be linked in my description box down below, as well as a link to Bead Park. And again, thank you, Bead Park, for letting me do the collaboration with you guys. I'm really looking forward to using all the materials. All right, and take care, guys. I will see you back very soon.